Welcome to a little sleepy sequence with me, Ella. I would advise to pop a folded blanket over the top of your yoga mat. It doesn't need to be folded, just a nice blanket. Also, you'll need a yoga brick for today and just the comfiest clothes possible, maybe your PJs, maybe a pair of socks. It's just going to be very grounded, slow moving, so make sure that you are warm enough. You're going to pop your block off to the side and we're going to begin down on our backs. So I'd like you to reach your legs away and reach your hands away in the opposite direction. You're going to keep the back of the shoulders and the back of the pelvis grounded. Take the left arm and the left leg off in a diagonal direction each to the left hand side. And then remember, keep the pelvis and shoulders grounded, but take the right arm and leg over to that left side too. You can shift your head over to the left too. So think of a big banana. You're shortening the left side of the waist and lengthening the right side of the waist. Take a big breath into that right lung and let the breath go. Let's come back through the center and then do the same thing to the other side. So right leg to the right, right arm to the right, and then shuffle the left side over to the right too, keeping the left shoulder blade grounded. Take a big breath into the left lung and release. And then bring yourself back through the center, and this time bend the knees. Take the feet wide, let the knees knock into one another and let the hands rest onto the belly. Head is heavy, shoulders melting down. Take a breath in, feel the belly swell. And as you breathe out, feel it drop. Follow that 2 more times. And then walk the heels in underneath the knees now. So the legs are parallel to one another. And you're going to take your brick and we're going to push through the feet and lift the pelvis off of the mat and slide the brick on its medium setting in underneath the sacrum. So there's this flat bone at the base of the spine and you'll feel it sit comfortably against the flat surface of the brick. Now you might like to stay here. This is a really nice place to stay and soften off through the front of the hips, helping to release that tight psoas muscle that can grip on a lot. Another option if you want to add on here is that we're going to lift the left knee in toward the body and you can interlace the fingers around it. You can draw that knee either directly into the left side of the chest or you can open it out towards the left armpit. See what feels better. And then if you feel comfortable where you are there, you can slide the right heel down along the mat to get this big opening through the right hip flexor. Let your shoulders stay grounded, and your head stay relaxed. But really quite actively push that right heel away from you. Get that lovely extension. And just take one more breath. And then firstly bend the right knee and place the foot back down and then let the left foot join it. If you need to adjust on the brick, just do that first. And then draw the right knee in towards your chest or your armpit. And then if you'd like, you can slide the left heel long out ahead of you. Breathing into that space you're creating at the front of the left hip, or if you've chosen the variation with both feet grounded still, just breathing space into both of your hips. One last breath. And then let the left sole of the foot draw down, the sole of the right foot then draw down too. Let's lift the hips. So push through the feet, remove the brick, and then can you slowly roll down? So I want you to tilt the pelvis away from you. So it's like you're tucking the pelvis, pubic bone lifts, tailbone draws under, and then roll down through the upper back, the middle back. The middle back touches down vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep tucking that tailbone. Can you lower the lower back without the tailbone yet touching? And then finally you'll release the tail and find a neutral spine. Take a breath there. Okay, so we're going to be using the brick again. We're going to need to come up to place it into the right place. So just roll yourself off to your side, push through the top palm and let your head be the last thing to lift so your neck is nice and relaxed. And then take this brick and you're going to place it down. It's going to be going just kind of where the bra line is, just scooping underneath the shoulders. So come to face away from it, soles of the feet touch down. And then from there, we're going to come onto the forearms. So from the forearms, we can adjust. So if you place your forearms down, your shoulder blades should just be about touching the edge of that brick. Again, you want to scoop your pelvis a little bit under so that the lower back is sitting nice and flush here with the mat. If you need to, you use your hands to adjust the placement of the brick before taking the hands to the back of the head. As you inhale, let the weight of the head drop back into the hands, just as far as feels comfortable. It should be a nice expansion. And then exhale, use the hands to draw the chin into the chest. Inhale, weight of the head draws back. And exhale, tucking back in. So getting some movement through the upper spine. We'll do that 2 more times. Also finding space across the chest every time you inhale and open wide. Final time. And then draw all the way back in. And then again, take the forearms down beside you. And then you can push yourself off to one side to release the brick from underneath your back. And now it's the opposite way round. So you draw the tailbone down, feel the lower back touch down, the middle of the back, the upper back, and then the head. From there, can you roll the shoulders into one another? So push up the chest, roll the shoulders in, and then soften the chest down and let the palms face up. Let one leg lengthen and then the other leg lengthen out long. Feet fall apart. We'll spend a minute here lying on the back. Gently begin to deepen your breath. And keep the eyes closed, but just roll yourself onto your side and rest your head on your upper arm. Then from there, push the top palm down so that you can rise your body up away from the floor. You can cross your legs out ahead of you, let the hands come toward the knees. Inhale, roll the shoulders forwards and up to the ears. And exhale, let them glide down the back. Just 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Final roll. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you sleep really well.